Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So here I am coming up with a small tutorial on Corona basics and Corona rendering in 3Dsmax. So let's get started. So let's create a basic scene over here. So what I'll be doing over here is let's take a line over here. I'll select this vertices and I'll slightly give a bit of fillet to it. Let's slightly scale this, slightly just push this up, and let's give an extrude modifier. So I'll just add an extrude modifier. I'll make it as so convert to editable poly. Let's give a shell modifier, convert to poly, and for that what I'll do, I'll just create some basic objects for the understanding. So let's create a teapot and let's create a sphere over here. So now, very first of all, let's go into rendering, go into render setup, and let's activate this Corona render over here. So once you activate this, you can see I have activated this Corona render. So you can get some of the elements over here. So you get some kind of a toolbar also over here for this Corona render. As you can see, you get this toolbar. You have all the settings over here, and you can just click over here. The material library is not installed yet. Okay, it's there. So now I can just go over here and as you can see, there are different presets over here shown for this. So what I'll do over here, I'll just go into the wall. These are some ready-made presets. If you want, you can utilize it. Assign to selected object over here. I can easily assign it if required. So I can just select this. I also have some glass shaders over here. I can assign this glass shaders as required. I can easily assign it. So these are all your ready-made presets. So let's again go into the material editor. So press M and let's go into the material editor. And let's go into this Corona, and we have a Corona material over here. That's your normal Corona select material. I can just add a material. You can add this material over here. Okay, I'll just go down over here. Right click, materials, and I can add it from here also. So you have different materials. I can even add a physical material, a normal material over here. So let's go into this. You can add some colors if required over here. So what I can do over here is we have a physical material. Apart from that, Corona provides one more material that is a default material, that is Corona MTL. So in the older versions you will get Corona MTL, in the later versions you have Corona legacy material. You can utilize this material over here for this. That's your default material. So let's go into this. Let's assign, if you want to assign some color, you can assign a color. Also you have some reflections. If you want to give some reflections, you can go with that. I can do some changes with this reflection parameters. So if you slightly just push this over here, I can just assign that over here. You have the anisotropy level. You can even work with this anisotropy level. I can make this level as 1. The glossiness, you can work with this glossiness also. That is possible over here. So reflection, if I keep it as black, it will be flat black. I'll keep it as a bit of white over here, and let's change the color. Let's change the color. Let's click OK. So let's rename as basic. So as you have done with V-Ray also, we have the same properties over here. You can assign the textures also over here. We have reflection and refraction properties, the Fresnel, IOR, that can also be worked out over here. As you can see, if I increase it, you can see the reflections. If you can increase it, it's going to be more of a reflective. I can accordingly work with that. Also, I'll again go over here and let's add one more material preset over here. I can utilize that material preset. If required, you can just go from here and you can add this again over here. So let's add a fabric over here. So I'll just assign this fabric over here. And what I'll do over here is, like, I'll press Shift and F. Let's go into rendering, go into render setup. Let's go into the render setup. And I'll go into the common and I'll just slightly increase this. I'll make it as HD over here as we have activated. So there are a lot of settings over here which will definitely do it later on. So right now, if you go into the scene, you get denoising stuff. This depends on your PC and all this. Your configuration will not touch the settings right now. We have some environment tab settings also over here that can also be changed if required. So there are a lot of things which will be going through over here. So now what I'll do over here is, like, I'll press Shift and F. I'll slightly just zoom this. I'll go into this. I'll slightly push this further. And if you want, I can add up a camera over here. So let's go into this camera. You can add up a Corona camera over here. So let's add a camera over here. I'll make this as perspective. So I'll slightly just push it in this way. I'll set this view. Shuffle this a bit up. Slightly I'll zoom this. I'll slightly rotate this in this way. So select the target in this way, and by default what I'll do, I'll add one light over here. So I can go into this and I can add a light. So let's add a light over here. That's your Corona light. So if you add this light over here, you can just select this light, go into the light parameters, and you can change the temperature and everything. That is possible over here. That's your Kelvin and everything. I can do it from here. You can change the shape of the light. If you want to make it as sphere, I can just keep it as sphere for now. So let's just go into this and let's render and see how it looks like. Oh, I think the system is running low on RAM. As you can see, it's rendering over here. Alright. So it's still rendering. So this is the basic stuff which we have seen over here. There are a lot of things can be applied over here when you just start up. So noising, denoiser and all this stuff we can add it definitely. So as you can see, we have added some reflections also. These are the material presets which are already installed in Corona Render. So it's going to take a bit of time. You can stop this. So we are rendering a single frame as it is shown over here. As you can see, that's a normal. Alright. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So this is what we have gone through, some basics of this material and adding some basic lights and a camera. So we'll be going through a lot of things in Corona Render in the further tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.